Well, hey everybody, it's Steve at 1000-Year Home. So I'm building a 1000-year home, and these cabinets behind me are key to some of the design, in that they carry the load of the poured concrete roof that I'll put on top of these shipping containers with a proper 32-inch or more balcony, maybe 40. I'll look at what the code is. Create a little edge around it, all adobe. It'll be real cute. So, all right. Last night I went ahead and finished gluing these up. Today I'm going to prep them. So just sticking them in here roughly. Not too bad. I got the usual that I have to do on them. So I'll have to, what I do is I pick a corner and I kind of ground around so that I can slip them in. I'm going to knock all the glue drips off. Do the honest joint in the middle. Just prep these up. I do this outside so that I don't have any excess sawdust inside, right? Also, I swapped my my flapper disc. But listen, that I bought these online based on the arbor size, and this Ryobi came with an arbor adapter that let me do the bigger flapper disc. And look at the difference in size. I mean, not a whole lot, right? But next time I'm gonna go buy the bigger disc and just go with the bigger disc. I like the volume, but that's what we got today, and that's what I'm gonna use today. Let me set you outside so I can start sanding those, getting them prepped and in place. Basically, when they're all done, they'll look just like this, right? So they'll be in place. This is the same process I used over here on this. I'm going to duplicate the process outside again. You can all watch. Well, those of you that this is your first time visiting the show, you might say, hey man, that guy sands crappy. He sands all in motions, and you know, it's not smooth, and oh, how wrong you are. So this is rough cut cedar here. So you know, I'm after a vibe, so I knock the edges off so you can't get slivers on the edges, and then I sand following the grain, right? And any place there's a knot, I kind of raise it up, so when your hand runs over it, you can feel the waves, the beauty of the wood. And that's my style. And then I like honest joinery. Now this is a little too rustic for me. I'm going to go ahead and add additional glue in there and sawdust. Give it one more pass and that'll be good enough. So I'm going to stick these in right now where I want them. See how they fit. And, you know, if I can get them into place, or if I need to do a little more work on them, I'll do a little more work. Let me get my rubber mallet here. Now these aren't final, so I don't want to force too much, but I want to see how they behave. See if I can get them in. So right now I could tell I need a little more off of this side or that side, one or the other. Maybe I'll take a little more off of both, so I'm going to mark them. And I'll take a little more off, and I'll just leave you set up there just so you can see. So, and then I'll get this thing settled in there where it looks good, and it already looks pretty good. So, and I'll glue the glue joint and get that ready too. Yeah, these feel wonderful, folks. They really do. They feel wonderful. Alright, I went outside and I ground about an 1/8 inch off of each side. Now, test it again. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Maybe just a smidgen more. Just a smidgen more. I don't want to pound that in. I don't want to split it. You know, and I can hear the wood protesting. That's a little too much. And so I'll take a little more off of both ends. I'll also do that joint so you can see how I do that honest joint. But boy, it's super close. I mean, I'm just going to take the littlest of amounts. The littlest amounts. In fact, I might look for it and just take the bevels off of it. So I'll do this one inside so you can see. Alrighty. Most excellent. Most excellent. Oops. Nobody fall. Nobody fall. Alright. So, yep, I'll be able to adjust that in, and then I put some hidden screws in it where you can't see. This is the back. So you won't be able to see that. And away we'll go from there. Alright, let me show you how I do these joints. Alright, so you can see here that there's a little bit too much of a joint there. So this is quite easy to me. I've got sawdust all over the floor. So I sweep up a little handful of sawdust. And I just drop it right into these joints with a little glue. And I do that on both sides. I don't mind folks seeing a little bit, and that way I'm expecting when I linseed oil it that little bit of linseed oil go right in there. All see me. Let's see, are you still zoomed? Let's zoom out a little bit. Zoomed all the way in. There we go. So Nothing fancy there, right? Nothing fancy.
Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just tweak your body, baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain.
Just find a piece of scrap wood then and kind of smooch it in there. Let it dry. So no wood putty or anything. I'm just mushing sawdust back in. Let it dry and sand it off. I'm gonna leave that crack right there. I like it. That crack, I like it. Already looks better. Do this side too. This one looks better in most places. You can hardly see a seam there. I'll call that good enough.
You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly.
Take my piece of scrap wood again and jam it on. And then I'll leave it dry and sand it with that sander again. And all will be well. There you go. An honest joint. Once I sand that, you won't even notice it. All right, I've got two more shelves to do the exact same way. Alrighty. So I'm putting these shelves in here so I can nail the boards up, so I can get that done and get the ceiling done. I'm feeling pretty good. Real quick checking level. Close enough is good enough. But it's spot on. All these are stainless steel so that they'll stay 1,000 years inside this bath. I am checking level. The bubble's spot on. Bubble still looks good. I'll double check with a tape measure. I hardly ever measure anything. 10 1/4, 10 1/4. Life is good. Alright, I'll go and bust that sawdust off of there that I glued up. Call that joint good enough. I'll be right back. Yeah, give me a different view of the shelf there that I'm doing. So the bubble's level. I like the height. Let's put in the blind screws. I think I've showed this before. I really like these, and I believe they're just a cobalt tool from Lowe's. Flukes and countersink. I don't have anything special to do other than line them up and run them home. Perfect. See? Well, that could be my connect. Let me look. Yeah. That one too. You see that one? Yeah. Perfect. Now I have to get up off the ground. I'll make sure I edit this part off. I can't.